Good evening, my lovely things. Welcome back to the cavern. To those of you who are new, welcome to the Cavern of Secrets. I'm Kasara, the host of this strange, creepy, and horrifying channel. I decided to bring back the Tales from the Coffin section I started last October, since it's one of my favorite pastimes of the spooky season, telling scary stories. So I'm going to break them up into smaller sections this time, though, since some people had a hard time listening to a very long video. So they're going to be two-parters, unless they are really short. This one is going to be definitely a two-parter since it's a little long. If you have any feedback or you have a suggestion on how you'd like the story to end, let me know in the comments below. I'm all for feedback on how to improve. This particular story is called The Grim Reaper. The sorority house is having a massive Halloween party. Jasmine and Carmen, twin sisters, after having a little too much to drink, decide to go upstairs to hold a seance, while everyone downstairs is enjoying the party. Jasmine and Carmen ask if anyone is in the house, if anyone would like to speak with them, and if anyone had died within the house. Receiving no answers from the talking board, the girls joke that the party is keeping the spirits entertained and decided to return to the party for some more drinks. After pouring a couple beers and playing some games, loud knocks are heard at the front door. Veronica answers it to see no one there. Rolling her eyes, she shuts the door and returns to the party. Naga returns soon after, but this time no one bothers answering it. Instead, Veronica, Jasmine, and Carmen look at the security footage to reveal a strange person wearing a red cloak and skull mask standing at the door. JT decides to try and scare the unwanted guest away with a few of his friends, but when they answer the door, no one's around. Everyone believes it's a practical joke and just ignores the continuous knocks. Eventually, the party ends and everyone departs for their dorms, or respective houses, leaving the sorority sisters alone in their home. While cleaning up the mess from the party, the knocking persists. The security footage showing the same hooded skeleton standing at the door. Only this time, the costume figure speaks. Trick or treat. When no one responds, the voice repeats, trick or treat. Terrified, Brittany opens the door to reveal no one. Maybe it's Paul playing a practical joke? Veronica offers. No, I saw him at the party. Could be Tyler. He loves his practical jokes. Brittany wonders. It's probably Jasmine's ex-boyfriend, Lucas. Jasmine sighs. Of course you'd think it was him. You hate him. But it's not really his style. Carmen shakes her head. Doesn't mean it's not him. Jasmine dials Lucas's number to prove that it's not him, but it goes straight to voicemail. That's weird. Doesn't have his phone on? While the girls argue over who it could be, the knocking picks up once more. Brittany calls Thomas, thinking it might be him or one of his buddies playing a joke. But there's no ringing on the other side of the door. Right, who'd you call? Veronica questions. I called Tom thinking it might be him since he knows I like getting scared, but obviously it's not him or we'd hear that annoying ringtone he has. It has to be one of the fraternities since we compete every year for the best party house. They hate losing to us every year. Carmen jokes when the knocking becomes a loud thud. Trick or treat, the skeleton yells. Looking at the camera footage after a few moments of silence, the girls notice no one is on the porch anymore. Why won't this creep get the hint we're not interested in playing this stupid game? Veronica's eyes narrow at the door. That's it, I'm calling the cops. I've had enough. Brittany quickly dials 911 and tells them about the strange person harassing them. The operator says the car will be by shortly to take a look. In the meantime, keep the doors locked and ignore the prankster. As Brittany is about to tell the operator that it's not a prank, the woman had already hung up. While the girls wait for the police, Jasmine's phone rings. The caller ID says Lucas. When she answers, the sound of heavy breathing is heard. Hello? Hello? After a few times, Jasmine finally hears a response. Trick or treat. Quickly hanging up, Jasmine almost drops the phone. Everyone stares at her, puzzled by the terrified expression on her face. Worried that something has happened to her ex, Jasmine calls Martin to see if he had seen him, but his phone goes directly to the voicemail. Jasmine starts randomly calling everyone she can think of, but can't get a hold of anyone. Veronica puts a hand on Jasmine's arm, causing her to jump. Sorry, but you're kind of freaking all of us out. What's going on? Jasmine closes her eyes, takes a deep breath. I can't get a hold of anyone. Lucas supposedly called me, but it was the creep who's been knocking on the door all night. Carmen looks at Jasmine with flushed cheeks. Well, we were messing with the Ouija board while you all were downstairs partying. Maybe we conjured something? Bernie and Veronica burst out laughing. No, this is some sicko who watched too many horror movies and thinks it's funny to torment a bunch of college girls. Knocking causes everyone to jump. Looking at the security footage, the girls see the police at the door. Opening the door, the officer looks at their frightened faces. My partner and I have searched the grounds, but found no one around. It's almost 3 in the morning. I'm sure whoever has been tormenting you girls has gone home. Just keep the doors locked. It's most likely a practical joke. They happen more than you know this time of year. Have a good night and call us if anything changes. Bernie sighs. Thank you, officer. That's all she can think to say. Shutting the door and locking it, Brittany turns to her sorority sisters. Now what are we gonna do? Veronica yawns. Why don't we try contacting the fraternities to see if they are missing one of their brothers? Yeah, just one problem with that. I did that and couldn't get a hold of anyone, or are you forgetting? Jasmine crosses her arms over her chest. Jeez, Jazz, she was just offering some ideas, and maybe we can get a hold of someone now. They should be back at their houses, and their phones should be on. Carmen offers, hoping to calm her sister down. Fine, whatever, I'll contact JT. Jasmine searches for his number in her contacts and dials it, while everyone else dials different numbers, hoping to reach someone. Anyone. However, they all just go directly to voicemail. Anyone else finding this strange? How can everyone have their phones turned off? I don't know, something feels off about this whole thing. Loud thuds against the door cause everyone to stare in silence at the door. Doorknob jingles at the person trying to open it. Trick or treat. I give you tricks and treats. Bernie stares at the video footage outside and sees the cloaked figure dragging something onto the porch. Oh my god, is that a dead body? Everyone surrounds Brittany looking at the footage. It definitely looks like it. Who was wearing a Harley costume? Wait, did anyone see Janine? I swear that's what she was going to go as this year. Veronica stares in shock. I was wondering why I hadn't seen her at the party. I just assumed she had to work. Guys, this can't be real. She's probably at her boyfriend's house, and that's just a dummy. Carmen goes to open the door when everyone screams, "Don't!" However, Carmen already has the door open. See, it's just a dummy. As Carmen looks down, she can see the bloody stab wounds. Carmen quickly shuts the door and locks it. Brittany, call the police again. Hopefully they'll leave us this time, since we have a body now on our front porch. Are you kidding? They'll think it's just a dummy like you did. Everyone, calm down. Let's think this through. Who do we know that didn't show up at the party? It was so packed in here, I have no idea who was here and who wasn't. Yeah, with everyone wearing costumes, how could you tell who was who? Carmen questions. Veronica sighs. Okay, well, we know JT and his friends were here. Who's missing from our house besides Janine? Jasmine bites her lip. Casey isn't here, or Blake. Did anyone hear from them? Yeah, Casey said she was studying in the library, and Blake had a drama meeting, but she should have been back by now. Same with Casey. Britt, are you sure? Yeah, I have their messages here on my phone. Brittany shows the girls the messages between Blake and Casey. So, why haven't they been here? They would have made it to the party. Maybe we didn't notice them, especially if they were in costume? Jasmine suggests, staring at the door. Yeah, but they'd still be here. Jasmine nods in response. This doesn't look good. What if the guy dressed as Death killed them? Jazz, shut up, that's not funny. We'll just call the police and explain to them that things have escalated and we're missing our house sisters. Why don't we call the campus police? They might be better at finding them than the police department since our sorority sisters would still be on campus. Britt, you're so smart. I'll have someone contact Blake and Casey. Hopefully we can get a hold of them. Jasmine looks at her sisters, biting her lip. Not to poke a hole in the plan, but the police know what's going on. They might be a better fit since the campus police might think this is just a prank. Not if they see the body. That's if they come out here to inspect our house. Damn it, Jazz! Brittany, call the police back, since they know you called originally. Okay, Carmen, can you call Casey? I'm not getting hold of her. Sure. Brittany calls the police. She tells the operator about the skeleton tormentor placing Janine's body on their porch. The operator alerts her that the police will be on their way and to hold tight. Once Brittany gets off the phone, the look on everyone's face alerts her that no one managed to contact Blake or Casey. Veronica sits down on the couch. Well, at least the weirdo hasn't bothered us in a bit. Hopefully he went home. I doubt it. He's probably trying to find a way inside. Why would you say that, Jazz? Why aren't any of you as shocked over losing Janine? Because most of us didn't even know her. She just joined our house, but she was more your friend than any of ours. Brittany sniffles. It's still messed up how all you can be so fine after seeing a dead body. Carmen looks down at the floor. I honestly don't know how to react to this. I'm just trying to focus on what is happening so I don't fall apart. Jasmine sits down next to Veronica. You're awfully quiet. How are you holding up? I'm freaking out. I'm terrified what might have happened to Blake and Casey. To make matters worse, what if most of the people that were at the party are dead? Jasmine wraps her arms around her friend. Don't think like that. I'm sure there's a reason we can't get a hold of anyone. Maybe they lost their phones or forgot to turn them back on once they returned to their dorms and houses. Veronica shakes her head. No, that doesn't make sense. Something has happened or they're all in on it. Loud thunts interrupt their conversations. Trick or treat. I bring you tricks and treats. Through heavy sobs, Brittany yells, Go away! We don't want to play your game anymore. But aren't we having fun? Gillinan whispers as the doorknob jingles. That's it for this so far. Let me know what you think so far and what you hope happens next. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Take care until next time. Bye, everyone.